Still not working. Now, I could have swore that my backup camera issue was the cord, because I had another backup camera that I plugged in and it still didn't work. So now they gave me 2 more cameras. They sent me 2 backup cameras for this thing. I don't know if it's a panic or what. All right, let's try camera number 2. Still nothing. Camera number 165. Take 20. That is a negative. Still not working. Just as I thought. When I supply power to it, it puts the parking lines on there, but still doesn't view the rear camera. So something is wrong with the main unit and not the rear view camera. So this didn't fix their issue. All right, so we have most of the bodywork done. Tail light dried out and have it sitting on top of the vehicle. I just have to, I'm gonna hand sand these areas that I primered, just so I don't go through. I thought I saw another, nah, it's just the way the primer hits. It makes it look like there's a dent right there. It's just the way the primer's hitting on there. It makes it look like a dent. But I also need to strip this so that I can get in here and take this piece off and the camera and stuff, because we are going to be spraying this. I'm going to sand this with 600 so that we can just spray it with clear. So we'll see what happens there. There's obviously not going to be a blend over here because there's runs way right along the edge here and everything, and I just want to make it look good. That, and then the obvious tape line, more runs. This was a blue bumper, just like the rear hatch. They probably got them from the same car, but I could tell right here. So, all right, lots of sanding to do. Yay. All right, so off camera, I went ahead and peeled this off. Then I got the button out, so if I do need to open the hatch, I still can. And so that's good. You have to loosen the wiper motor to get to the bolts in that. And then there was a couple missing, but whatever. We'll add some whenever we do it. I did decide I'm going to remove the bumper. It's just going to be easier. I'll probably spray the whole bumper, but yes, we are going to. I still don't understand the masking lines on, like, a solid masking line right on the edge of that. Well, I want to get that painted down there. That's where I'm at. I gotta tell you, I still do not understand this repair job. I don't. Because this whole side was caved in. It looks like brand new panel, all sealed, all painted, but they still skimped on stuff. I don't know. I don't know what happened on this thing. Self-tappers, there's holes right there. There's holes right there. Like, they line up. Like, why do we use self-tappers? I don't understand. that took an incredibly long time. And I normally stay stocked on this stuff, and I thought there was a lot more sandpaper than what there was on there because the roll's really thick. Yeah. This is like gold. Oh, Dora Gold. I get it on Amazon, and it actually is really good sandpaper, 400 grit. So I got the front bumper, the rear bumper done, but I need to do the front bumper, and this is normally what I use to do it, and I hand sand it because the primer that they put on these brand new bumpers is not as thick as I do have 600 grit though. I could sand it with 600 grit. I have a whole bunch of 600. I just got it. I ordered 2 more rolls of this so I don't run out now, but yeah, check your supplies. I always say that, and then I always run out. I guess I should take my own advice. I do have to say, I'm normally sand these new bumpers with 400 grit, but honestly 600 works so much better. I didn't even think about it. This primer is softer and it's really easy to sand, and it's already a pretty smooth finish, so you don't have to go very deep, except for right there. I can see there, but it sands really easy, and the 600 worked great, to be quite honest with you, which I'm gonna have to use 600 for a lot more than that. I already went ahead and I took the trims off the doors. I masked some areas. This is just getting clear back this way. This one's going to get painted further back, but it's going to get clear kind of from like there down. This side skirt I took off because I'm going to bring that down around, and it wasn't hardly attached. They had one bolt in it, and then the rest was just the clips. So they left all the rest of the bolts out of it. So I'll finish that. Not to mention they used a wrong bolt in the front of that side skirt. I don't know. I don't understand how, why, whatever. I'm not trying to figure it out anymore. This light was easy enough to take out. Took it out, cleaned that area. I'm going to sand all this with 600. There's lots of runs in it right here. I'm going to have to sand that pretty good. So 400 I'm going to need for that. I'm going to use the power sander for most. And it kind of like... yeah. Of course, the only place you're gonna have the runs on this one is from here up, because it's got that tape line. But the power sander took that line out of the back bumper pretty quick, the air sander. So I just went across them until I couldn't feel them anymore. Those lines are gone now, so you don't have to worry about it. Yes, they're gone. I had to sand a couple runs out of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and paint this whole thing. All right. Tally ho! I screwed up again. The 600 hook and loop paper I have is the wrong size. How do I keep doing this stuff? I want to show you something. I stopped in the middle of sanding this because I want to show you why I am putting so much effort into sanding this thing. Look at every little spot you see is a pinhole in the clear. And in the sanding that they didn't use fine enough sandpaper. So like, look at this. You can see that. That's from me running the sander over it. That's how deep they are. I had to sand those out. It's crazy that somebody put all this effort in and then did a crap paint job like this. But yeah, I just wanted you to see it up close before I sand all these out. Now the clear's thick enough. Up here I sanded through all the pinholes and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy. So my camera's overheating more than I like, but I'm getting some shots, but not all of them because it overheats, which makes me mad. Got all this sanded. There was a huge run down there, got down to bare metal, so I had to put some self-etching primer on that. Got this whole line sanded out, actually right there. I need to sand some more. That's it. I got it the rest of the way across. So small piece right here I missed. I got a lot of hand sanding to do, and I'm waiting for my 600 on for my power sander to hit this, because I got a hair in it right there. Now the clear coat is thick, so I think I'm going to be okay with that. Plus the run, it runs underneath here. I got some dust on my hands. Let me. Why am I not seeing them now? I had like very evident runs across the front of this thing. I remember it. I can see them right there. And that's actually in the base coat. That's not in the clear. I think it's in the base coat. I don't know. We're going to try to sand them out. If not, you know, it is what it is. We'll get a better finish on this anyways. Shut up, air compressor. But yeah, there was a lot of runs here. It was bad. Let me just hit this real quick. Let me just get this. Gone. That's how quick it goes. 400 is good. You want your paint to stick, 400 is what you want. But 600 works as well. But 400 is about as coarse as you want to go, that you can still get a good finish. You want to go 400 and up to have a smooth finish. So I normally do 400 or 600. I did 400 on all this except for out here. I did 600, and I ended up having to sand a lot more right here because somebody blended this wrong. When they blended it, they clear coated over smooth finish paint. So I had clear coat lifting off as I was coming across here. So what I did is I had to sand it down to the old finish, and I had that the whole way across here. I had to sand it down to the old finish so that I could get my paint to stick to it. It's crap. Whoever did this. So when we do clear this, I'm gonna mist it across like right to here, and we're gonna leave this, you know what I mean? Like you don't wanna mist it out onto clean paint because it's not gonna stick to this. Then you would have to sand it back. So if you clear it pretty close out to the end here, and you get, you know, 600, kind of blend it a little bit, and then do 800, 1000, 1500, whatever, and then your compound, it'll turn out a lot better. And honestly, I think I'm going to extend this probably to the front of this rail just to give me a lot of room here. But that's it for today. I'll continue on during the week. I'm waiting for my 600 and more 400 to come, hand sand, because I got to hand sand a bunch of this. I don't want to hand sand this, but I will if I have to with 600. We'll see. I hope my stuff comes. I'm still going to have to hand sand some areas, but not the whole thing, if you know what I mean. Yes! Let's finish this car! A lot more 400, 600 pads for my power sander, my pneumatic sander, and then, you know, some more Scotch tape and stuff. So over here, the rest of that's going to be 600. The rest of this fender is going to be 600. And then all I have left is that wing. And that's going to be 600. And that's going to determine if I go through into the paint, then we're going to have to paint this. But if I can sand this down and get these runs out without getting down into the base coat, which is going to take an act of God. But I think we're going to be going over this with paint. But we'll see what happens. I get taped the whole way around here because we don't want to scuff the roof because we're not painting that. But I got to wipe it down because I got so much dust on there. Let's get this done. So then next video we can get this painted right before I go to Tennessee. I leave it for Tennessee on Monday. It is Saturday. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, don't do what I did. If you're gonna blend, don't use a power sander on your blend area. Or at least 600 anyway. 600 blew through faster than I expected. So there will be new blending on these fenders. I got through the base coat. So on the hatch, I'm gonna try to blend. I'm just gonna try to knock these down with the pneumatic sander, and then I'll do the rest by hand sanding them. But I think we're painting the whole thing. We'll see what happens. Okay, so if you saw that, I was taking my time going really slow and sanding those runs out. Then right there, I burnt through into the paint. It was over at that point. So this paint job is going to be a spray and pray. When I say that, I mean we're going to spray the whole thing and pray that it matches. But if you excuse me, I need to take this thing out and wash it. But that's going to be on the next episode.
Bunch of pervs.
Your mom too. So if you like this episode, smash that like button, consider subscribing, tell your mom that good things come to those who wait, and we'll see you on the next episode of
Unwrecked.
Mommy got the sweeper out. Nobody's happy about that. Stu man, come here. Come here. It's okay, I saved you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay, I saved you too. You want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye-bye? No, Stu does. Bye-bye.